Hello and welcome. This is just going to be a quick rundown of the new Death Battletome for Nighthaunt. I'm just going to basically go through the book and just give you my kind of first impressions on it. So we'll get into the book. Open the first page, get some beautiful artwork. You've got the kind of mounted Knight of Shrouds, Reikenor the Grim Hailer, the new beautiful black coach. It looks fantastic. We have a little bit of background, and then we're straight into the contents page with this beautiful artwork again. Absolutely stunning paint jobs there by the Heavy Metal team on all the new models. We then get into that which haunts the night. A few little background bits and pieces, the processions of the Nighthaunt and the malignant spirits. Another beautiful page. I think this is actually the same print from the first page, just in colour instead of black and white. You can see more clearly the mounted Knight of Shrouds, the new Dreadblade Harrows, Reikenor the Grim Hailer, Lady Olinda. Absolutely stunning artwork for these guys. It really is good, and you know, this is a show of the quality of the new book. It is absolutely beautiful. Here we just have a few more pages. The Restless Dead, you know, filling in more of the background. Something Wicked This Way Comes. A bit more kind of coverage of the background. Again, a really famous Nagash picture there. He's on his throne with Lady Olinda. Goes through Shaiish, the Realm of Death, the Chronicles of Terror, the Ghostly Processions. So this gives you a kind of army layout. Lady Olinda, the Mortarch of Grief at the top, with Kurdos Valentian, the Craven King, second in command, with the Shroud Guard after that, which is the Knights of Shroud and Bladegeist Revenants, and then splits them up into the Death Riders, the Condemned, Chain Guard, Execution Hordes, Deathstalkers and Shrieker Hosts, which conveniently enough as well is the formations, and is actually, these are the contents of the formations in the book as well. So here we get into more background for the individual characters. So this is Olinda with her own background, and Kurdos Valentian, the Craven King. Obviously both brand new characters to the game, both super exciting new backgrounds and super awesome new models. Then we have into Reikenor the Grim Hailer and the Mounted Knight of Shrouds. Again, two brand new models, awesome brand new background to the game as well. The Spirit Torments and Chainghasts, the Wraiths, Wraith Hosts, and then we're into the colour section. This is where you get the full Heavy Metal paint job armies. It looks absolutely awesome. I really love the Heavy Metal paint job on these guys. The new characters, Olinda, Valentian, really cool. And you can see the quality of the book, the quality of the pages, the big colour section. The new black coach, which is absolutely awesome. It's not out yet still, but as soon as it is out, I will be the first person to pre-order one of them. The model is stunning, you know, the pictures don't do it justice, and apparently it's absolutely massive as well. So we're just going to flick through the colour pages. We've actually done a few painting tutorials in this as well, which is quite cool. They've actually done a bit more kind of in-depth, like 4-layer paint jobs for all the different bits, which I really like. And they've even gone kind of more extreme and done, you know, weapons. How to do, you know, more like a ghostly weapon, more rusty, bloody. It's really cool actually. There's some really awesome information there. Again, like they've done how to paint the gravestones, the hourglasses, everything. It's really impressive. I think it's just this next level that Games Workshop have gone to recently to do these quality books, and the quality of this book shows by itself. Then we get into the command traits. They've finally got their own command traits, and I just flipped past the allegiance abilities. So these are all cool new things for Nighthaunt. They're similar to what it was in the General's Handbook 2017, where you get half of your army can come from the underworld, but you don't need to roll for it, which is pretty cool. It's just kind of automatic, so that's really good. Then we have the command traits again and the spell laws. Brand new spell law just for Nighthaunt, which is absolutely amazing. Well pumped on that. I'll go into these a bit more kind of detail as I go into my tactica video, and also I'm going to do a kind of building a tournament army list video as well later on for these guys. Again, we get into the artifacts now. We've got the weapons, the relics, and the lanterns, which will be for the Guardian of Souls. So there's loads and loads of different options depending on how you want to equip your characters, you know, and do bits and pieces like that. There's a little kind of narrative battle plan as well if you want to play the narrative battle plan in the book. Probably won't ever really make any use of that. And again, with the Path to Glory stuff, this is kind of more of a narrative thing. Not my jam really. I'm more into tournament play and into the kind of painting side of things. So none of these will probably be used by me. But I mean, you can tell the detail Games Workshop have gone into here to kind of really make it a good narrative experience for everyone who's into that kind of thing. So really, really cool. And then we have the Scroll Battalions here. Again, like I said, I'll kind of go through a lot more detail when I do my like tactica review. But basically, you've got your procession here, which again, it's probably more of a narrative thing. I mean, the 6 Scroll Battalions you need to have. I think you're at like 3,600 points plus before you can actually make this a usable battalion, even if you min-max everything. So it's not going to be used in match play unless you're doing like 4,000 points. Shroud Guard is one you're probably more likely to make use of, as well as the Death Riders, the Condemned, which is your kind of Spirit Torment ones. Chain Guard, what I think will probably be the most used formation out of this book. Execution Horde, which is your Executioner and Spirit Hosts, which again I think will be quite a commonly used one. Death Stalkers I think will be used on as well. And then you've got Shrieker Host, which may see some play, but I don't think so as much. It's got the new War Scroll for Lady Olinda. She's a bit of a glass cannon really, in my opinion. I think she's definitely got some really good output and she could do some good damage. But I'm just not sure if she's going to be surviving long enough to really kind of get the most out of her. You definitely need to protect her well to get anything out of her. Kurdos Valentian, the Craven King. I think he's going to be very popular, very well used. His rules are awesome, and I really, really think that he's going to be one of the most used characters in this book for sure. Next up, Reikenor the Grimhailer. Definitely a character I can see getting use. His rules are fantastic. The model is awesome. I'm quite surprised, to be honest, that he was a easy build kit. But again, I mean, the model is stunning, so they've done a great job of making that an easy to build kit. So, you know, all for it really. Sometimes I'd like a bit more customization, but, you know, you could always still convert, still add bits and pieces. Again, you've got all the rules for him here. I'll go through it more intense, you know, like I said, when I do my Battletome tactica. We have a few more characters here. The Guardian of Souls, which I think is going to be in every single army. The Knight of Shrouds on Steed, which you obviously get in the new starter box, which I expect to be very popular. Knight of Shroud on Foot, which was kind of the first model we saw for all this new Nighthaunt stuff and got us all pumped for. Then the Spirit Torment, again, which I think is one of the best things in the book. I think you're going to see a lot of these on the board for sure. Chainghasts, maybe not as much, but you know, there's still definitely a place for them. But I love these new War Scrolls that they've done, the layouts for these new War Scrolls. You get a picture of the model itself, and then you've got all these beautiful new layouts. The nice detailed section here, which goes through your move, wounds, save and bravery. I really like the look of these new layouts that they've done for this book. It's really nice, and I mean, you can tell the quality again of the pages. Really well made book. More characters here. You've got your Banshee, your Khan Wraith, the kind of old school ones. And then into your new models, which is Glaive Wraith Stalkers, Grimghast Reapers, both which are in the new starter set. And your Chain Rasp Hordes, Bladegeist Revenants, Miremorn Banshees, Dread Scythe Harridans. Again, I think they'll all see play. The Harridan's probably going to be one of the least used ones, I think. Not many people are mad on the models. But, you know, they've definitely got a use. The profile for them is quite strong, so you never know. You might see them here and there. Spirit Hosts are always going to be strong. They haven't changed. The only thing really I think that has changed on them is this word here, which is an unmodified roll of an attack is a 6. So whereas you used to be able to buff it, so you used to be able to add +1, +2 to kind of do mortal wounds on a 4 or a 5. You can't do that anymore. It's always a 6. But there's so many minuses to the game now with Nurgle, with the Legions in Nagash lore. It's actually really good. I think this actually makes it better rather than worse. I've heard a lot of people saying that they've nerfed it, but I think with the amount of minuses that are around, it's actually an increase. But like I said, I mean, I'll go into that more detail another time. Hex Wraiths, still definitely a viable unit. I get a lot of people as well, like kind of bagging on Hex Wraiths, but I think they are, you know, they're still a usable unit. I think they've, you know, the move, good move, ability to mortal wound. Again, it's unmodified, so that is a bit of a buff. And then obviously with Hex Wraiths, we're a bit more of a kind of bullet unit, so I did used to kind of buff them up a lot to get them mortal wounding on 4s. But hey, at least it stops people doing loads of minuses. You're still doing your damage with those guys. The new Black Coach, all the rules for that. Super stoked. The rules are awesome. The models are awesome. Really good addition to the book. And then we have the Endless Spells, which is the Shaiish Reaper, the Vault of Souls, and the Mortalis Terminexus. I think they're all usable. I think they're all, you know, have their strengths and weaknesses like any army and like any Endless Spells. I don't think I'm going to be using any of these. I think the options you have with the other Endless Spells, the more generic ones, are definitely better. And there we have it. You just get your pitch battle profiles at the end. We've got all your points costs, your battlefield rolls, or Scroll Battalions, and it just tells you everything there. And then back to this same piece of artwork again. Beautiful piece of artwork. Definitely looks good in the colour pages. And the Death Battletome Nighthaunt. So there we are, everyone who wanted to have a quick look at the book and a quick run through. There it is. Hope you guys enjoyed, and like I said, I'll be doing a tactica video to do more tactics, and also I'm probably going to do a quick kind of tournament army list building, so what I would use in a tournament scenario and why I would take it. So keep an eye out for my other videos for that. Cheers guys, bye bye.